Good morning. Rather frustratingly, I've just done a nice 20-minute video for you and the computer screen turned black. Fantastic stuff. Just what I need on my day off. But let's have a look at yesterday. Well, Arsenal always needed the win and got the win. I was very impressed, I thought, with Garnacho yesterday. Excellent down the left. And it was an obvious reaction from Manchester United to the 4-0 drubbing by Crystal Palace. A sudden lurch to defensive solidity. They looked solid and well drilled for about 10 minutes, Man United, and then it all went usual way. I don't know how on earth Casemiro's in the team. I think his best days are well behind him, but I'm not being paid squillions per week to make those decisions. In the Bundesliga, a little for us to get excited about. No real trading angles at all. I suppose you could have got involved in the half-time market looking for a Bayer Leverkusen lead after that red card for Bochum pretty much killed off any interest in the match. In Italian Serie A, any real trading angles yesterday? Well, the only one that really stood out was that Juventus late equaliser. If you laid the late draw, I think Juventus have a cup match coming up, and that's what has really distracted them. I think I heard mention from the commentator about a cup final coming up. An obvious distraction for Juventus. They still have work to do, though, I thought, for Champions League places. Dead rubber, Atalanta and Roma. Not a dead rubber. What I call a derby-style match. Very difficult to unpack, but Atalanta thoroughly deserving this on the in-play stats. Last day of the season, or penultimate day of the season, sorry, in the Eredivisie. Ajax win has guaranteed them Europa League football. PEC Zwolla's equaliser, which we profited from, has ensured that they are outside the relegation zone. And it's last day of the season, Excelsior and Valvik. And as I was mentioning in the live stream, those of you who laid or got involved in dead rubbers, you could have got the equaliser for PSV Eindhoven and the winner for Feyenoord. But personally, I don't tend to get involved in dead rubbers myself. My focus was on RKC Valvik. Look at the difference that single point has made. Goal difference, you saw Excelsior's goal haul yesterday. Deliberate, knocking down that goal difference. Now, these two have real struggles. They're playing PSV and Feyenoord last day of the season. So that goal difference could be vital. They're unlikely to get points. So that's why I laid the draw as well for Walvik late on. A win would really solve the problem for them. Atletico Madrid had to win yesterday and did get the win. If you were up and about for that, Rodrigo de Paul, beautiful finish. A goal worthy of ending the match. Valencia will be disappointed not to have got the win because they're in trouble European-wise. They're still not guaranteed European football. They should really have taken points. But Rayo Vallecano have thoughts of their own for survival. That's what you get at this stage of the season. do please keep an eye on the tennis. I did warn you yesterday, Italian in Italy could be competitive despite his huge ranking. Won the first set and nearly won the second and third. My angle in, an even better angle in, is to wait for the second set and look for Pesaro to lose or to win his service game. Sorry, win his service game. Then it'll be a set and a service game up, and his odds will be higher. His odds will be lower for you to lay. His odds will be bigger for you to back. Old Jim Carrey lookalike coming back, getting the 7-6. So well done, Pesaro. 240th in the world. But you see the difference. It's a mental game, isn't it? Now, if he can bottle that, then his ranking will drop markedly. Mani nearly got us a trade here, but Dimitrov won the first set. Novak Djokovic has had a really poor season relative to his standards. No finals yet for Novak. Would I have got involved here? Well, this is what I call a Yaz trade. The only way is up. Lay these players at 1.1 or lower. You're going to pick up the odd shock result. But something is up with Novak Djokovic. Maybe it's a lack of interest. He's losing. He's out of love with the game. I don't know. Or maybe it's just old age. In the ladies' game, watch out when you've got two fellow Belgians meeting each other. So something was obviously amiss, or perhaps was it amiss with Mertens, or is it quite simply Begu knew her game very well, fellow country women. We nearly got Kalinina winning the first set, but not quite. Elsewhere, no real problems there for Ostapenko. So that was it yesterday. Today, day off for me. At least if I can get a day off, because I have to redo this video. So let's have a look at the football today. We'll have a look at the tennis while we're here. Do please read these previews. They'll give you an indication of if there's any injury concerns, etc. I would be keeping an eye on Rublev. He's in exceptional form at the moment. Brilliant. Stefanos Tsitsipas might get some action from Cameron Norrie. I don't like Auger Aliassime. Old Hitler haircut might get something out of this match. Doesn't really appeal to me, this one. But watch out for Rublev if he's ever in trouble. He's just have the confidence to get back into this. Daniil Medvedev as well. Relatively high odds for him. Looking at the ranking differential, 121st against 4th, that could indicate some potential concerns. Do please read these previews. That will open up the door for you if there is any potential concerns. In the ladies' game, Iga Swiatek. Well, Angelique Kerber, she's also ran. That might be an interesting one. And again, a bit like Novak Djokovic, you've got to lay at 1.04 if her odds are available at 1.04 at the off. It's a lay to nothing. It's a Yaz trade. The only way is up. Elsewhere, well, nothing much interests me. I don't really know the ladies' game that well. So, as I say, those reviews and previews will be vitally important. On to the football today. And it's all about motivation, motivation, motivation. Liverpool are guaranteed Champions League football. They cannot win the title. Aston Villa are not guaranteed Champions League football yet. They must continue to try to pick up some points. And they've got a good chance to do so if they're not affected by that Olympiacos semi-final midweek. Longford and Treaty, 2.37 the favourite. Do be careful. Relegation 6-pointer, Lecce and Udinese. Udinese are paying the price for far too many draws this season. Must win. Lecce, still not safe. 37 points. I think there's enough matches left in the Italian Serie A. I think 3 or 4 matches remaining. Fiorentina, coming off the back of European action. They've got to continue, even though they're in the final against Olympiacos, Europa Conference League final. Is that going to play on their mind, Fiorentina? Let's look at the standings. Do they need to fight for this Europa Conference League place? Realistically, if they win all their remaining matches, they've got 2 in hand. They could be vying for a Europa League spot. So that would be something to keep in mind. Monza got very little to play for, albeit they are only 6 points shy of Napoli. So it's one of those Europa Conference League playoffs. And then will Fiorentina be ruining being in the Europa League Conference final? Is that going to distract them today? NAC Breda and Road are the first of two legs in a relegation playoff. I really can't offer you any pre-match research there. Barcelona's season is over against Real Sociedad. They are guaranteed Champions League football. The only squabble they have is whether they want to finish second or not. Real Sociedad still have plenty to play for. They've got a possibility of a Europa League spot here, so that's going to be more competitive than you'd think for Barcelona. Malmo have been in exceptional form in the Allsvenskan. I would expect them to continue on their merry way. Their only loss coming against the top two side from last season, Elfsborg. Those are our main matches today. It's my day off today. What's left of the day. Have a great day yourself. I'll see you again tomorrow.